Well, here's the HP-23 power supply, and I made some modifications to it, per usual. Instead of using this voltage doubler in the high voltage part that puts out about 800 volts, 752 volts, I've taken all that out and just put in a full bridge diode rectifier, four diodes in a bridge for a full wave rectifier. It's that gray thing right there. So basically I took all this, just by not using all this, have these going into one side of the bridge and DC coming out, and just feeding into the capacitors on the way out. So that comes out to be about, let's take a look. That's coming out of here. Actually, that's coming out of here. So that's right here. About 390 volts out of there, out of the full wave. Again, that's 390 volts using these two, which are basically the red wire here and the yellow with red stripes. And those are these two wires here going into a full wave rectifier out to a capacitor. And then the bottom one here, I've left that intact, but I'm using the higher voltage lead. So I'm using this lead here, the brown lead. And that one's clocking in at about how much? That one's clocking in at about, let me find it, here it is. That's clocking in at about 350, where it should be. So the methodology is then, this section will power the modulator and the tubes in the Harvey wells. This will power only the final. So the final is getting fed through here. There's the final. The rest of it is getting fed through the plug here, and that's feeding through here. This part feeds the final, and I'm finding that the final tends to red plate a lot when I put too much voltage in it anyway, so let's see how this works out. It definitely doesn't want 800 volts, it red plated, so I'm feeding the final a good 400 volts now. Let's see how it works. I just want to get like 30 watts out of this thing. I was getting like 15 watts out, and I want to get like a 3 dB gain increase for 30 watts. All right, let's try it out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.